Good morning. So, I made a video last week with Diatonic Major, and we're going to play with Diatonic Major because we can sit around and talk about theory, but unless we're actually making something with it, there's really no point. So, I'm using a hook pad here, and you have this little cool little function over here where you can use it's called magic right here, and you can put in progressions, and it sort of gives you suggestions of progressions. And one of them is this is what we call the pockle bell, and this probably sounds familiar. So let's just listen to the basic progression before we start writing with it. Okay, you've heard plenty of pop songs. Lots of music uses that one because it's recognizable. So let's just, I've got my guide set on here so you can see the little rainbow colors on here. Those are telling me the chord pitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a shape. And just try to stay on them. Make this a little bit longer. There we go. Nice resting spot. So here we go. Okay, nice little resting spot. Halfway through the phrase. And so let's end it. Let's go to, oops. Let's make this there we go. There we go. Here we go. Nice little melody. Nice little happy melody. So let's chop it up here a little bit. I'm going to go to my... So I'm happy with the shape. All right. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to turn this into... now I'm going to add in some passing notes. And put a little ladder. What am I doing? I want to make this a... There. So... Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let's make it... Okay, you know what? Make turn that into a rest. this into a half. And let's put in some 16ths just to be fun. Let's see what we got. And let's see, let's try to imitate the first measure here, just for symmetry's sake. I'm not sure if this is going to work out as well, but that's how we try it. And da 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 da. Build up some tension, throwing in these tritones in the melody against the bass. And then I'll turn this into 16th notes to have some. And this time we're going to go, I don't know, up. And where's my mouse? I keep losing my mouse. There we go. And finally we have this one. Well, let me hear what this sounds like so far. Ooh, yeah, that works. Okay. And like we keep the same rhythm as before. And maybe. That works. All right. So this is the fun you can have with just the diatonic chords. I'm not using any chromatics. Everything's in root position and the whole world is happy. Okay, now if I want to add a little bit of spice, still staying in the diatonic, I'm going to invert these. So I have a descending bass line. Oops, wrong note value. There we go. And we'll see what happens. And if you're wondering why it's a different color, because the B is in the bass, so it's letting you know it's a 5-chord and it's an inversion, so it shows you with the color and the symbol. Okay, now I can do A. Then I'll invert the 3. Make it a first inversion. There. So I have this nice C, B, A, G. I can put in an F. I put in a first inversion C. And then really want the D there so I can keep my descending scale. But I'm just going to end it the way we did. So I know that this is going to work. So here, is there a way for me to mute? So here's the first chord progression with a melody. Now, if you really listen carefully on that the bass line with the inversion is what the violin plays at the beginning of Pachelbel's canon with dee da 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 da. But because I inverted it, I put it in the bass. Now, okay, let me just double check my voice leading here. I don't have any octaves or things. Yeah, 3 goes to. Okay, this is good. Now, this could create a problem, but I don't know until I paste it in. Because I am visual like that. So copy. Okay. Now what I'm looking for on here is to make sure I don't have any parallels with the bass. So if the bass color, so on here, if I had C moving to B in the melody, that's a parallel octave. If I have a B moving to an A, I'm trying to avoid the parallel octaves right now. And it looks like I did a good job, because none of the colors match. So if the colors don't match, it's good voice leading. So this is a trick. Let's see what it sounds like. So first one's in root position, next one is inverted. Oops. Let's go back to the beginning. Very cool. So that's one of those things as a composer, if you're kind of in a rut, you got a progression, you got a melody, but you don't want to change the line, you can invert your bass line. It gives it a different flavor. It's not going to throw the listener off too much, but it gives you that. So let's see now. Okay, let's take this. I'm going to take this, go back to beginning here. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste down here. All right, I should have 3. Okay, so here's my original one. Here's my inverted one. And now, how could I make this slightly more interesting? All right. So we started off with just diatonic chords. And diatonic chords are fine. There's nothing wrong with diatonic chords. But if I want to make it a little more, say, harmonically interesting, we can do some things here. And of course, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave my melody the way it is, and then I'll adjust it to the chords. So I'm going to make this. This is kind of more advanced stuff. Don't want to get too in the weeds here. All right. I'm going to do a this one in half. And this is just me experimenting. We'll try the 5 of 6. And sometimes you just don't know what's going to work. And then let's say a 5 of 3. Yeah, let's keep the resting points the same. And cut that in half. Then we'll put in a 5. Oops, go back to that. Okay, so 1 is already sort of the 5 of 4. So we don't really need to mess with that. I'm not going into 7th today. If I wanted to really make this well, you know what? I'll just do it. Cut you in half, and I'm gonna make this a 5 of. What did I hit? 5 of 4. All right. And if I really want to make it do it, I'm going to make it a 7. So then that really makes that tension there. And since I don't have anything going on in the melody, it's just going to make it a little bit stronger. All right. So now you can see on my guides here, I've created a bit of a problem. But doesn't look like it's going to be too much. Ooh, that was the Bach. Boom, 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 boom. And just try to move them around a bit so you're not and there we go. All right, so let's see what happens down here. I have no idea if this is going to sound good or even if I like it, but this is how we learn. I already hate it. Ugh. All right, fine. Let's just go back. Let's do the whole thing. I already hate this. All right, the second half isn't too bad. This first half, yikes! I don't like it. No likey. No likey. No likey. No likey. And the second half, really, I didn't change anything except this chord here, and this doesn't really make a big difference. So what if I, not, what if I just made it a 2? So we just throw in a 2, 5, 1. That to me sounds better. That throwing in that dominant 5 of 5, it's a little bit too jarring. retain the shape. Yeah, so I got this guy, not a chord tone, but it still retains the original shape-ish. Yeah, it still retains the shape, and I changed the harmony, and it doesn't, I changed one note. So it doesn't, it's not too jarring. All right. This 5 of 6, 6 sounds fine. Oh, I wanted a 5. I put in the wrong chord. I wanted a 5 of 3. Well, that would be a reason why it sounds wrong. 5 of 3. Ah. And does that belong there? I don't think so. Oops. You know what? Undo, undo, undo. There. Why is this here? Raise half. There. Let's see if that just changes it. So I fixed this beginning part. I don't know what this is going to sound like, but here we go. All right. Stop it. Wrong way. Wrong arrow. There. Does that fix it? Because I want to have that resting spot. All right. There we go. So let's listen to all three. So first one, I have sort of my vanilla original Pachelbel melody. Second one, I inverted the chords to have a smooth bass line. And then the third one, I got into some borrowing some chords whilst retaining the shape and giving it a little bit of harmonic flavor so that it's a little bit more interesting, perhaps. But this is the sort of the way I teach. You come up with an idea and then let's flip it on its head and see how much we can get out of it without making giant changes to your chords. If you notice, there's a 7 chord here that just really accents this relationship between these two, but that's it. So you can get away with a lot with just some basic diatonic chords in major. So here we go. Same idea, 3 different ways, 3 different chord progressions, mostly in diatonic, except for the last one where I'm using some borrowed secondaries. Here we go. And there you go. So, this is getting the most out of a little material. Now, of course, we could make it even more chromatic or, play with the ranges or rhythm and whatnot. But, yeah, there you go. So you take one idea, do it many ways. That's the name of the business, ex uno plures, out of one many. If you found this helpful, useful, enlightening, the studio is open. The way I teach is to get you to get your own ideas out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you several ideas to help you think about the possibilities. Um, you are the artist in charge, and I am sort of the one who comes up with the crazy ideas, so that you can, instead of trying to say absorb a lot of knowledge at one time, um, you give it to me. I'll come up with different versions of it, and then it helps you think about possibilities, and you learn at the same time. Instead of a traditional course where they would say, "Well, you haven't gotten there yet. You'll learn about that next semester." No, no. I'm going to show you all the tools and explain to you how it works. So you learn the theory and you compose at the same time. Um, and then, of course, once you're happy with your sketch, then we can start doing some arranging and get into that. I'll make an arrangement video sometime. There's a lot in there, but I'm just not there yet. Anyway, if you thought this was helpful, the link is in the description. Contact me. I have an online classroom, and you get one-to-one, and as it grows, small group instruction. So um, with me, so you can learn, and by the end of the year of service, you should have a completed, ready to publish piece of music that's original to you. Um, have a nice day, and I will see you later. Bye bye.